Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Where we left off last time, we had entered the tomb, and we immediately got encountered by a defaced sister. The only breathing creature in the ancient tomb is a miniature woman wrapped in a grey cloak. She looks like a ghost herself. Who are you?
I'm one of the defaced sisters, a humble servant of benevolent spirits. No words can express my gratitude for saving me.
Incorrect, I know you're evil. What's this place?
Once, Cyclopses used to own these lands, but their race was doomed to extinction. Their fortresses and palaces crumbled into dust, and only tombs remain.
Technically true. What are you doing here?
Same as you, searching for the truth. My fate brought me here and opened the door before me. I didn't know it would slam shut behind my back. If fate didn't bring you here right after me, I would soon fall asleep beside the owners of this tomb.
Does the word Vorticai mean anything to you?
Lips of mortals didn't utter this word for thousands of years. It would be for the best if it remained so. Don't worry about this shadow of the past. It dispersed forever the day the sky fell upon the earth.
Can't let you leave.
I need inspiration.
There's a little bit of metagaming involved here, but she is 100% evil. And is not who she says she is. Also has the armor class of like a tank. Like 35 armor class? That's a lot for a unarmored caster. She's actually hitting us harder than anything in the outside did. And she does constitution drains and stuff.
Serves you right.
There we go, we finally hit her. She has damage reduction. Serious damage reduction. She might be afraid, which is good. We might have gotten that off on her, which would be a good start. Can we even get into the range? No. Canera? I don't think we'll be able to hit her. Actually, that one went really, really well. She's dead. She just doesn't know it yet.
Do not falter.
Alright, we put her down. She is actually evil, so I'm not too concerned. We did, however, take a monstrous amount of ability drain from that. We have the candle that we wanted, so that's good. Alright, we're gonna need to rest outside. Let's go do it. It's a long loading screen for some reason.
I was right when I saw you the first time. You're a thief, same as every one of your kin.
The raven makes a raking caw, as if in glee.
You fight in dirt for the scraps of elder races. You're ready to tear open each other's throats to get what you want. What did you get from killing that sister? Nothing. I bet you've already forgotten her.
Incorrect. I got 135 experience.
Words. Ugh. Knock used to Longshanks talk and talk, but fat, tasty feather bags talk now? Soon stones start yapping too. You'll see.
Why are you following me? What do you want?
I have watched you, your behavior, your deeds. Don't flatter yourself thinking your actions are impressive. You're an oddity, a curiosity, a mark. Nothing more.
I'm not going to answer your allegations, Crow. Be gone.
Pride in a pathetic creature like you. You wear it poorly. And your attempts to give me orders? I think not.
Enough. I'm leaving. The raven flaps its wings and flies off. In moments, it is gone. Okay, so we can re-enter if we need to. Good. I need to camp. Let's camp right here, next to this dead Cyclops zombie. That sounds like a good place. I will definitely get a restful sleep, wondering if that thing's going to come back to life and kill me while I'm napping. Oh, we can get rations here. Sweet. It's actually a normal sleep.
These barbarians make marvelous
That should hopefully restore a bunch of our ability drains. Except it didn't. Why? Do we not cast Restoration in our sleep? Do we not have Restoration memorized? I should check that. No, we definitely have Restorations. How much did we get drained?
Listening as hard as I can.
Really badly, actually. Okay. Well, she has Restoration too, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll start casting some spells. Longest spellcast in the world. It didn't do anything. Why? Oh, this is actual restoration. Damn it. Okay. I see. This is not less restoration type magic. This is greater restoration type magic. We do have that spell somewhere here. We could use heal, probably. Does not restore permanently drained ability points. Okay, let's get rid of these and that one. Bunch of restoration. You know what? Don't even need freedom of movement. Just more restoration. And don't need lesser restoration because that's not going to help us at all. But do I have any extra spell slots that I'm not using that I didn't notice? Yes, I do. Let's get another heal. And another... What? Breath of Life is pretty good. What do I even want? Cleanse? Yeah, why not? Gets rid of some bunch of stuff. Sit back up camp, guys. Rest it again. We need to restore some people because they are really damaged in terms of abilities. Although they should be fine. Oh, 13 hours. Amiri does wear serious armor. Sometimes this doesn't take into account the fact that you've changed character builds, because Amiri wears full plate. Plus 2, I think. Alright, we did a rest. So, did our stats not get replenished? Alright, let's try this out. We do have full restoration now. That's lesser restoration. Oh no, that's full. Okay, let's do this. Should work, hopefully. It needs diamond dust to do. Maybe that's why they don't cast it when you're sleeping. This is going to cost us all of our diamond dust. We're going to need to rest again probably to get it all done. So the sound just kind of cut out there for a sec. How much diamond dust? Oh, the diamond dust is dirt cheap. Who cares? I thought we were spending a ton of money here, but we're really not. I just hope we have enough to do this all. I wish it didn't cast like, or take like 4 rounds to cast the spell though. And then we'll quickly rest one more time, and then we'll do the spell 4 more times, and we'll be good. I'll just pause and then come back when we're done doing this. Alright, we ran out of diamond dust. We have to buy more in camp, but whatever. For now, we're good. We'll buy more later. We still have 2 more ability drains to deal with, but we don't have any more diamond dust to deal with, so we're probably gonna have to buy more. When we get back to the city, no big deal. We'll do that in our capital, probably, because I'm pretty sure we have to do some ruling things anyways. We'll do it after this little area. Let's go see what's down here. We killed the defaced sister. Important. And everything's going slow. If we find some diamond dust in here, though, that'd be super. Is it diamond dust? No, it's a corrosive tongi plus 2.
I found something interesting.
Everyone halt. Knock knock. Go deal with that, please.
I did it?
Yes, you did. Good job.
I did.
Some scrolls. Some garbage. Where did you come from? I'm 100% sure I didn't see you before. This is gonna hurt. Wait. Oh, okay. Fine.
You deserved it.
That's 5 foot step away. Kyrieru is a little bit worse for the wear right now because of her drain, but she's only lost strength and charisma, so she should be fine. Come on. That was an abysmal round.
This didn't work. I must be doing it wrong.
Why is everyone missing their attacks?
Which knife?
Thank you. Knock knock. At least you're useful. Ah, +1 great axe. Okay. Nice. Where did that guy come from,
I
though?
have your attention.
In my defense. The door cannot be opened. It's just fake. It's a carving on the wall. Well, that's it. There's nothing in here. How disappointing. A stone face gazes at you from the wall. Well, perfect. I guess that's pretty much it for this tomb. I'm gonna run back to the capital really quickly. Buy a ton more diamond dust, because we're facing off against more of these defaced sisters later, and they do all have this stupid ability drain thing that we're gonna have to deal with. So I'll be back shortly, and then well, let's see what happens when we leave first. I don't think anything happens, but I just want to check. Nope. Okay. Let's find a zone transition. We'll get out of here. Back shortly. Oh, I guess we're not getting out of here yet. Hilla says, hey, what news? Did you find the rest of my people? How about the witch? Your people were killed by Cyclopses. As for the sister, I killed her. The barbarian draws her sword. What? Why? The defaced sisters betrayed you. You were brought to these ruins to die. Hilla sheaths her sword, so that's how it was. And to think I trusted them. Damn, this whole expedition's been nothing but trouble from the word go. Well, I guess there's nothing left for us here. We're leaving. Good. And now we're gonna leave as well. And go to the capital. Back shortly. Okay, so we made it back to the capital. There's one more thing I wanted to do while we're here, because we're supposed to talk to Jubilost about what happened with the inconsequent debates, and we should probably do that. He's apparently around here somewhere. There he is. Eltimar, I never properly thanked you for your help in the inconsequent debates. I'm happy to do so now. I hope you don't think me entirely ungrateful. Have you figured out that riddle, or anything about that riddle? The host's answer to your question about the gnomes? Not quite, but I'm working on it, and I'll certainly inform you of my findings. I must admit, such an answer is quite in the spirit of the Fae. It must lead somewhere, and I will find the trail. I'm surprised you didn't want to be freed of the Zottenroppel spell. Why'd you willingly suffer it? Jubilost locks his hands behind his back. Well, you see, I understand well what the bleaching is and what fatal effect it has on gnomes. Those poor fellows were acting like that for no darker motive than desperation. Their foolish jokes allow them to live just a while longer. Do you see? I don't mind becoming the joke myself. For a while, of course, and not if my life was being threatened. It let someone live a couple days longer. So you let them continue their prank? To help them? That's a worthy act. Stop it or you'll make me blush. Jubilost folds his hands over his chest with a contented look. How'd it go again? Numbers will help you find your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It will be easy to find if you read Who Opened the Road for the Ancient Dead Man. Yeah, I don't know that one. I'm gonna write that down at some point. And then go do it. It's a riddle of some sort. But we'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll pop up at some point in time. I don't think it's a riddle we actually need to actively pay attention to, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm going to check if there's anything to do for the ruling stuff here, and then we're going to head all the way back to Varnhold and deal with this barbarian camp, because we've done all 3 of these sisters. And we actually have all the candles to enter the Valley of the Dead. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, as I entered the keep, we have something to do with Keston, actually. Your Grace, Keston coughs politely. The goblin, the one you found, has asked to see you. He claims you're in need of training. I think he's rather in need of a bath. Several. I'll hear what he has to say. Send him in. Knock Knock strides in as best as his short legs can manage, and then his gait slows. Then he stops as he takes in the throne room. His eyes and ears swivel independently, as if trying to take every direction in at once. After scanning the area, he looks upward and squints as if uncertain if there's a ceiling above him or not. He stands still, swaying slightly, eyes affixed on the ceiling. Others in the throne room are disdainfully silent. Some wrinkle their nose and step back. Some of the guards' hands fall to the hilt of their blades. Knock Knock's head snaps down, then seeing you he gives a sickle grin, his eyes gleaming. Sidekick? Almost didn't see you among all the Longshanks. He frowns at your throne, then cocks his head confused. Why in my chair? There's a light chuckle from someone in the room, quickly silenced. Took a while to find way here. Knock glances around. But now here to take a rightful place. Be a hero. Show you how to be a hero. He nods sharply and tucks his fingers in his belt. I can help like before, but side by side, big hero. He points to himself, and not big hero. He pauses. You need it. How can you help? Keston frowns. Actually, Grace, if you're considering accepting assistance from this Knock Knock. Knock wraps the ground with his heel twice for emphasis, then winces. Keston frown deepens. If this Knock truly wishes to be of help, and is one goblins might listen to, there have been sightings of goblins near Oleg's, possibly dispossessed by a recent encounter. Massacre, Knock corrects brightly. Chopped them all up except for those who ran fast. New tribe probably have very long legs, very hard to catch. His eyes alight, and he grins. But not for me, I can round them up. But he frowns again. But unless they're still being chased, it's not like them to keep moving. Tires one out. They better stay in capital, like Knock, even if... He wrinkles his nose. It smells bad here. Ah yes, Oleg has sent word of these goblins via courier, but he has been reluctant to leave in case they raid the post in his absence. Apparently they've been quite diligent in trying to raid his storeroom. If your goblin ally can deal with them... Very well, we'll travel to Oleg's soon. Knock nods, then pauses as he sees you remaining seated. Do we go now? It might be wise if I shepherded or accompanied you. Knock nods, standing proudly. He makes what might be a ragged salute, interrupted by him noticing something on his wrist, which he rubs away with a frown. As you command. As a hero, he rubs his wrist again and grunts. We'll go. Lead to post. Knock follow. So there's Knock's side quest. Start it up. And now we have ruling things to do. And I will be back when we get back to Varnhold. So, I know I said I'm just going to Varnhold, but I'm actually just going to go to Oleg's and do this quick. Get this goblin thing done with, and also cast Restoration on Kyrieru a couple times, but let's just get up here first. Oleg's trading post. Let's deal with this little problem, and then we can head back to Varnhold, I guess. I just worry that if I leave it too long, that it'll fail. Do I talk to Oleg first? No, there's the goblins. They're all waiting out here. You stumble across an ugly scene. A ragged pile of goblins. They are hiccuping violently, laughing, and then hiccuping again. The air is so thick with alcohol fumes, flies lie dead in the dirt, and an odd vinegar smell as well. It appears the goblins have gotten to Oleg's stock and drank deep of its contents. Barrels lie in splinters around the area, not a single one intact. Knock surveys the goblin pile and glances at you with a shrug. No problem here. Normal day for tribe. It would be worse if holiday. Is this your tribe? Knock sniffs. Yes, he sniffs again, and you suddenly become more aware of the vinegar smell. They've marked this as home. It'll be hard to make them leave this home, though. He glances around in disapproval. It's much smaller than the capital. Capital will have more room for them. Not have to lie and pile. Could be lying down drunk everywhere. He turns to one of the group entwined in the mass. You runny long legs, why'd you stop running? Why make home here? The goblin lifts his head slightly, his tiny eyes bleary red. His legs are indeed long and folded back, almost like a grasshopper. Kept getting chased, no place to settle down. Got hungry, then we got sent here. And now, caught by whom? Big Shanks, bigger than you. Long legs blinks, scratches the side of his head with his foot. Fatter, smelled better, big club, was eating sheep. We try to share his sheep with us by taking one, a small one, in the night while he snore. But we not ask first, so he got mad. After eating half of us, he got so full, he ready to trade. He said if we find him something to wash other goblins down with, because they're still squirming in his gut, he let us go. We knew a place, here, at post, but had to sample kegs to be sure. Make them leave or I'll do it myself. Listen, Knock, big hero. You do what Knock say, but, he frowns, his ear twitching. Tell me where Big Shanks now. When do you expect you back? Did Big Shanks follow you? Yes, it would appear that he did. At that moment, there's another waft of foul air, and a shadow falls over the ground. All the goblins in the pile lift their heads at the new arrival. A towering hill giant with mishmashed coveralls, a necklace of hands and skulls, and a makeshift club, composed of several timbers tied together with rope. He looks very, very angry, not just at the goblins, but at the splintered empty barrels. That him, the long length says unhelpfully. You're trespassing by the land of the law, giant. Leave now. The hill giant turns to you as if in challenge, points himself and gives a rumbling growl akin to then turns to the goblins. His hand clenches on his club, and the growls grow louder. He points at the goblins, then points at his belly, the intent clear. The goblins do not respond, not even Longlegs. Their eyes remain wide, frozen. Suddenly, Longlegs makes a high-pitched shriek, or squeak, and points at Knock Knock. He's our leader, he's a hero. He make us drink everything we promised. Also, he make us eat his sheep. Eat him, an ugly friend. The hill giant snarls, lifts his club, then turns to you and Knock Knock, and thrusts out his chin, pounding his chest, and gives a thundering series of grunts. That sounds like a challenge. Knock Knock blinks. He Munguk, he says, not in the mood to share. He says, half-shanks are their guts his to eat. You can understand him. I can. Knock Knock seems embarrassed. Got caught by hill giants once, kept as a toy for their kid until ran away. Well, do something about it. Knock Knock swallows and takes a deep breath and strides up to the hill giant, barely cresting his knee, then gives a few short drawn-out squeaks. The hill giant doesn't respond, seems confused. Knock Knock repeats himself, and again is met with silence, and without thinking, kicks Munguk as hard as he can and howls in pain. Munguk seems oblivious to the kick, but glances down at Knock Knock, who is now holding his foot and leaping about, and suddenly a smile slowly cracks Munguk's stained face. It's like watching clay crack, and then he starts chortling as Knock Knock's eyes water. Knock Knock finally stops hopping about and takes a step back, glaring furiously at Munguk. Seeing the goblin become still, the once smiling hill giant begins to grumble angrily, his eyebrows drawing together. Come on, Warden, you need to do better than that. Knock Knock looks confused at your order, then without thinking kicks Munguk again and emits this new series of howls. At this, the giant gives a delighted booming laugh, spittle flying from its splintered teeth. One gob flies, almost slowly, twisting in flight to land directly on Knock Knock's head with a heavy splat, forming a phlegmy cap that drips down his face. The other goblins, once paralyzed by drink and fear, suddenly begin to laugh as well, pointing at Knock Knock until the entire building is filled with laughter. Knock Knock's ears droop at the ridicule, but finally he manages a half-hearted chuckle, until he's laughing at it as well. And the hill giant doesn't seem angry anymore. Seems he's forgotten his hunger in the light of this amusement. See if he'll leave now. Knock Knock looks doubtful but shrugs. Squaring his chest, he tries to give a booming, rumbling command, then stops his feet and nods outside. The hill giant glances in the direction, then turns back to Knock Knock confused, then points at his belly, then points at Knock Knock. Knock Knock shakes his head frantically, then risks a glance at you. Munguk not want to go. Food is here. He'd think me not a hero, but food too. Keep trying, Knock Knock. There must be something you can say to convince him. Knock Knock thinks for a moment, one ear twitching, then brightens. He gives a series of rumbling grunts, very quick in succession, then spreads his hands out wide, then spreads them high, standing on his tiptoes. After that, he settles back on his heels and pats himself on the belly with a sound which doesn't need translation. Munguk absorbs this duly, then glances at the goblins, gives a short dismissive grunt, then glances back at Knock Knock and shrugs. To your surprise, he lumbers out of the camp, a club over his shoulder. What did you say to him? Just makes sense to him with words like a real hero. Send Munguk to capital. Lots of food and drink there. You have all you need to fill belly. Eltimar might pretend to put an end to this madness. This prank has gone overboard. If he goes there, his belly will be filled with spears. He'll likely do some damage too. Great. Knock Knock loses some of his puffed upness as her ears dripping. I'm not countable, but hero good chasing off giant means Knock Knock not good hero, right? Knock Knock loses some of his... ignoring the pile of goblins that are watching you as they sober up. The goblins seem ready to bolt. You catch Longlegs slowly uncurling himself from the pile, apparently ready to run. You do notice a number of goblins are looking at Knock Knock with a strange fascination. Dealing with the giant must have impressed them. I'll let you all leave, but if I catch you here again, I'll execute you. Actually, Knock Knock, deal with your tribe. Knock Knock steps forward and gives a series of cracking hisses to get attention, and all the goblins stare at him. After all their eyes on him, Knock Knock, his eyes narrowed, goes to each one of them in turn and raps them twice on the head, hard. They wince but say nothing, except for one feeble groan from a goblin more sober than the rest. Make great deal with you. You need to go to a bigger place or I hit you again, I show you. The goblins stare blankly at this. Knock Knock says, me big hero, follow me, take you to a new place. The goblins nod and begin to untangle themselves, but they're doing what Knock Knock says, some of them rubbing their heads. Knock Knock turns to you. Big hero, Knock Knock, take care of them. All good. You better not be taking them to the capital like Munguk, or so help me. Knock Knock pauses, then nods. Capital, not bad idea. All you go to capital. Knock Knock command you go. More green cuties. Nice. And you should all stop yelling at Knock Knock. Can't you see how hard he's trying to be a good advisor? To your horror, the goblins scamper away, running in all directions, but towards the direction of your capital city. Oh, I remember this being really bad, and the giant actually causes a significant amount of problems around the barony, but it's just kind of amusing that Knock Knock screwed it up this badly. Also 1200 experience, so, I mean, I'll take that as a win. Oh wait, we came here for one other specific reason.
Stand ready.
We bought some more diamond dust. I bought like 70 diamond dust, just to, you know, just in case. It was pretty cheap. It was only like 5,000 gold or something. There we go. Everything's all back to normal now. We're going to head back to Varnhold. I think we might be out of time on this video. Let me just take a quick look here at how we're doing for time. I think we might be... It's 11, 13, 22, 23. I guess we can probably call it here. In the next video, we'll head all the way back and deal with the Kelet Barbarian camp. So, it's a 2-day journey. Probably have to rest a couple times till we get there. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to stop off in the capital and do this exclamation mark quickly. So, take care.